Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. System got us boxed in, trying to keep us small. But we rise like the phoenix, we ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, sticking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. Fist in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In a world of division, they showed us how to share. But the weight of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the pain remain untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. We learned to divide our dreams and multiply our fears. But the ache in our hearts only grew with passing years. They gave us all the answers, except how to heal. The scars that run so deep, wounds that time can't seal. Yeah, they taught us how to share, but only the good. Smiles and laughter like we understood. But deep down inside, there's a storm we hide. Pain in our hearts, we're just trying to ride. Put on a mask, yeah, we play the part. But nobody sees the cracks in the hearts. We share our dreams, the highs and the lows. But when it comes to hurt, we just close the doors. We share the fun times, deflect the pain. Laughing in the sunshine, dancing in the rain. But the shadows linger, they creep and they crawl. Breaking us down, but we don't share at all. We got hate in our hearts, but we keep concealed. Taught to share the joy, but wounds, they stay unhealed. They say love was easy to divide, but the heartache never subsides. We tried to split everything into two, but the pain lingers strong and true. Shared our dreams, divided our fears, but the sorrow remained through the years. No matter how we tried to let go, the weight of our suffering continued to grow. Now we're apart trying to heal, but some wounds are too deep to conceal. They said splitting up will set us free, yet the pain lingers in you and me. In a world where rules are set in stone, the system's grip tightens, we're not alone. Bound by chains of majestic greed. Against the odds, we fight to be free. Mighty forces try to keep us down, but our spirits rise, refusing to drown. Defying norms, breaking through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world where rules don't apply, our strength and unity is irrelevant. All right. Let me welcome everybody to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. It's another episode off my chest and into the mic. Yo, Shorty just, speaking her mind. All right, guys. So, anything I say shouldn't be offensive, right? I wanted to get on this drone today, right, and speak about the 9 officers, right, who got arrested for being corrupt here in Philadelphia. But before I do that, right, I want to get, a few things off my chest, right? And it involves, a lot of parents out here, right, that keep projecting who they was at one point in their life, right, onto their kids. I noticed that a lot of parents out here, right, think that because they did something in the past, right, their child does it, right, or is doing it, or is capable, right? There's a possibility, yeah, that your child could sit here, right, and do the same things that you did at one point, right? Repeat history, especially when you're the one parenting, right? And what these kids do is actually mimic, right? So yeah, there's a possibility. But hey, I got a little news flash for a lot of y'all, right? A lot of these kids aren't you. All right. They're not like the mother. They're not like the father. They're their own person. All right. In the same way that, you grew up and you had your own little world, your own little problems, right? And your parents were in their own world and they had their own problems. Guess what? Your kids do too. All right. And this is not, to put any excuses out there for kids. No, 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 no. This is something that I'm noticing, right? Throughout conversations with kids, right? And the parents, right? We be having her conversations out here a lot. It's just, for me, it baffles me, right? How can you confuse your mistakes with your child's mistakes? It's not the same. Two different worlds, two different generations, all right? So, right, with me saying that, I just want to say this to the grown folks, all right? Stop treating history like a highlight reel, all right? And your kids like reruns. You get to edit. Like,
Their life is not a video clip you're editing time after time. Right? Your childhood was not a blueprint for their lives. It was a weather report, all right, from another century. You keep yelling, I survived it. Like survival is a badge you get to, pin on somebody else's chest. Newsflash. Trauma isn't an heirloom you pass down neatly wrapped, right? It's a pattern you teach when you refuse to learn new steps. You parade your dirty laundry on the timelines like a reality show, airing stains, right? As if the cameras will wash them from you. That plastic courage you flex online, that ain't strength, all right? Strength is turning off the live stream and doing the boring work, all right? Doing the boring work where nobody applauds, all right? The quiet conversations, the real apologies, all right? The undoing. Strength is being the, how can I say, the grown up when your ancestors didn't get to be grown ups. Strength is choosing repair over revenge. Right? Like people keep throwing ancestors into everything. Like, like their mistakes is, the same mistakes that the ancestors did. So now, oh, it's culture. No, it's not. All right. When you compare your life to your child's, you reduce them to a mirror. All right. They're not your reflection. They are a different climate, different friends. All right. Different temptations, different medicines, different playlists. You were raised in one era. They're growing up in another. Your because I said so won't stand up to the pull, how can I say, of their world. All right. Influence is not ownership. You can be the best parent possible and still lose the battle if you let outside voices, all right, screens, clicks, predators of attention do the work for you. We got Mr. Oates. Blessings, blessings, Mr. Oates, man. You gotta love some Mr. Oates, man. Like, listen, man. If you want to get a chance to listen to Mr. Oates, make sure y'all go check him out. All right, on Dish and Dirt. All right, Sheriff Clara Dish and Dirt and Dish and Dirt Uncut. Or you could also check him out on The Answer. Or when I open the panel up sometimes on this John. All right, y'all can go check out Mr. Oates. But back on topic. All right, listen, man. People out here act like exposing. How can I say? Let me put it like this. All right, I'm speaking to parents, all right? Those parents that are out here that, how can I say, use their kids, all right, and deflect and reflect their, their pain, their history onto their child, right? You act like exposing them is the same as educating them, and it's not, all right? Exposing is a public execution of privacy, all right? Educating is a private investment in growth. All right, post the receipts and you teach your kids, all right, that conflict equals content. That's all that people are doing now. All right. Especially, listen, man. You know what's crazy with this Blueface Krishan shit going viral lately? I'm looking at the people like I'm sitting here like, is y'all serious? Y'all really joining the circus? Like, but anyways, right? This should be crazy, right? Listen, posting that conflict, right? That's not legacy, all right? Building. That's not legacy building at all. That's what you call trauma, all right? Trauma marketing. Like if your solution starts with a, how can I say, status update, you never intended to heal. All right. You intended to degrade. Like you're supposed to rear them, not be their ops. Like your job is not, how can I say, dessert and or drama. It's not dessert or drama. It's like people try to get the best of both in one little script. Like your job is to plant roots deep enough that when the wind, all right, that when the wind of trends, trolls, and temporary likes come through, your kid can stand and choose. If you keep weaponizing the past to score points, you're not being accountable. All right, you're being performative. Real accountability looks like therapy, humility, all right, and willingness to be small. So your child can be whole. We got Blessings Hot Topic in the building. Blessings, blessings, how you doing? Who the fuck is this? I guess we got a troll in the building, all right? I think we really do. Oh yeah, we got a troll. Let me help the trolls. Let me help this little troll right here. All right, what is it, Chevalier Danielle? I'm not sure what the fuck this is, but I ain't got time to babysit no one's ego. All right, let me help you out. Since I guess you feel offended by what I'm saying. All right, I don't know why people come to places where they feel uncomfortable or they feel like someone's attacking them. But let me help you, okay? This is kind of like dialing 911. Hey, what's your emergency? Well, we got a troll in my chat right now. Motherfucker don't know what to do. I think he feels offended. No, let me help him out real quick. You got the keys? Yeah, let's send him to the dungeon. 86K, they motherfucking ass the fuck out. Boy. Yo, we got a troll up in this. Mr. Oats don't got a wrench? Let me help out Mr. Oats too. Shit. Let me make him a manager moderator. There you go, Mr. Oats. I didn't know you had a wrench. You should have been told me that. I love Mr. Oats. Mr. Oats need a damn wrench. There you go. Shit, you gotta make sure you roast the motherfucker before you 86 them out. Like I gotta get that clip. I need that drop of Candyman. Candyman, 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 baby. I need that drop. Boy, I can't do it. I can't do it. And my voice is raspy. I've been yelling. And I'm not giving up Mary Jane no matter what. So hold on, wait. Ginger ale, honey. Ginger ale, honey, drops. I'm gonna tell my baby pops to get me some ginger tomorrow. I'll just cut a piece of ginger, chew that bitch. Ooh, that shit's gonna burn going down. But shit, fuck it. I gotta heal my throat. Real shit, ginger, lemon, and honey. That's how I'm gonna do it. It's a change of weather plus the yelling. That shit got my throat fucked up, and I ain't let go of Mary Jane. No. Man, I've been doing the same thing, blessings. I've been minding my business. I know the word is live, so I wanted to come out here and speak on this, right? Because there's a lot of parents out here, right? That, like I said, I've been noticing that reflect their past onto their kids. And you know what's crazy, right? A lot of us have experienced that some way, somehow, right? Within our own families, right? Somebody that thinks that, oh, I did this before. Oh, because I did it doesn't stop them from doing it. I'm sitting here like, wait, what? It's two different eras. Yeah, man, our kids are going to do the same shit we did at one point, probably 10 times worse. But because that's your child, all right, doesn't mean that your child is going to follow in the same footsteps as you. Some kids do. Yeah, they do. We're not going to deny that fact. But not every child falls in the footsteps of their parents. A lot of them break the chains. A lot of us is proof of that. All right. So let me put it like this, right? I'm gonna give it some poetic justice. You braided their hair with your late night whispers, right? But you stitched old wounds into the seams, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, there you go. You braided their hair with your late night whispers, but you stitched old wounds into the seams. You gave them lullabies in the leftover language of your fights. You left them a map with yesterday's coordinates, then blamed them when they followed a different road. Stop handing down grudges like heirlooms. Stop, how can I say, leaning on the bench of how I was raised as proof, right? As proof you're allowed to repair the lesson, all right? Be repair, not repetition. That's what it is. The lesson needs to be repair, not repetition. But maybe I'm trolling. I'm tripping. My bad trolling. What the fuck did I just say? I'm tired. All right. All right. My ass cheek is still swelled up and hurting. I can't really sleep. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that fact. And not even Mary Jane is putting me to bed. This shit be crazy. I might need to take some, I might need a threesome. Me and Mary Jane. You know who needs to be in that threesome? Jack Daniels. Yes. Some honey Jack Daniels. Maybe 2 shots of that motherfucker will get me to go. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, cause I got the fucking sniffles like I've been hitting the line, and it's nothing more than just allergies. I'm dead serious. Like this shit is fucking killing me. I can't sleep. That should be. But anyways, back on topic. Back on topic. All right. I just wanted to put out there. All right. Listen, healing is rewriting the story. All right. Rewriting the story you never asked to inherit, and that's the thing that people don't realize that. Right. In order to reclaim, you have to speak on your story. You have to write your story. Whether you rewrite it into something positive, turning that pain into some motivation, or you just write the bad parts of it, not realizing that you still got some good parts in it. All right. You can be imperfect and still be safe. All right. Let me put it like this. You could be imperfect and still be the safe place they need. All right. Bravery is closing the camera and opening the conversations. Parenting is less about control and more about, how can I say, containers. All right. Hold them so they can grow. Like, I think a lot of people, right, that use their kids for clout, and then, how can I say, pin their past, right, their history on their chest like it's their child's history. All right. I feel as though this is what they need to say in the mirror when they look at it. All right. I will not trade my child's privacy for my vindication. All right. Stop posting conflict. Delete the briefless updates. All right. Move the fight to a private place or a counselor room. All right. Teach your child language for their feelings. Don't give them scripts to perform for likes. We need to model accountability as parents. All right. Say the name of the mistake. Make the repair and repeat differently. Like, don't keep making the same mistake. Stop repeating the goddamn cycle. All right. Make 2 rules for social media: no child shaming posts and no family trauma as entertainment. Because I think it's fucked up that a lot of people are turning their family trauma into entertainment, into views and clicks. There's never going to be any healing, especially when you put the world, all right, in front of your problems. Because now you got judges and jurors. Motherfuckers going to convict you, all right, whether you're a good person or not. Like, if you want to be remembered, build something that outlives your petty, all right. Like, you need to build something that outlives your, how can I say, your petty need to be right. All right? Build, repair. Be the parent who learns, all right, new music when the world changes tempo. Be the grown up who admits that I don't know is better, how can I say, is a better start than because I said so. Otherwise, you're just recycling yesterday's pain and packaging it up as parenting. And that's what a lot of people are doing out here. All right. Your child is not you. But you do need to realize that your child, all right, walks in these trenches and not alone. Who the fuck is Jack? But blessings, blessings, Cuban crisis. You said, how do you gift my members with subscriptions? I think you gotta go to, I think, the little money sign, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you gotta go to the little money sign symbol, and it says membership gifting. All right, it says membership, then it says membership gifting, then it says super chat. Yeah, you gotta go to that little money sign logo at the chat down below. Appreciate that, appreciate that, appreciate that. I appreciate Julian Star. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Let me see. How come it doesn't show that on StreamYard? I gotta look at my phone for that. Oh, snap. Okay, okay. So I got different messages. I am blessings to Jack. I mean Julian Star. So that's who said Jack is getting around. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the hell is Jack? Who's Jack though? Wait a minute. Are we talking about somebody in Stephen King's books or some shit like that? I'm about to order it, yo. I'm on some real shit. Like really real shit. I want to order it. I gotta sit here and order the book. I read parts of it when I was little. But I'm here binge watching this new series, all right? They only 3 episodes in, but I'm like, listen, you don't understand. It got me on a whole, how can I say, rabbit dive down the fucking rabbit hole. Whoa, yo, watch your mouth. Make y'all fly out the window with no Red Bull. Watch that PlayStation fly. That shit gonna catch wings in the middle of the air. Watch. Huh? I need some Jack Daniels. All right, wait a minute. Am I tripping? Is my chat? This is why. Listen, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on in my chat, yo? But yeah, man. Like I was saying, I as parents, I think a lot of us need to make better decisions. All right, we need to realize that, like I was saying, our kids walk out here on these trenches. They don't walk alone. All right, and the influence isn't just influence that comes from the family. It's influence that comes outside of these homes. But just because your child is in a crowd, right, where there's a bad apple, doesn't mean that your child is that bad apple. Right? My thing is to a lot of parents, right? We need to start really sitting down and having these conversations that we stopped having a long time ago. Right? Like we some people just like I don't understand. It's like y'all pop these kids out and expect them to, learn on their own. Like y'all just throw them out to the wolves. Man, shit. Like I've said this time after time, man. You throw me out to the wolves, I'm gonna come back. Listen, I'm coming back leading that motherfucking pack. You got me fucked up because I'm gonna learn fast. You see where I'm coming from? So it's kind of like y'all gotta really think about it. Either you gonna teach the kids or you throw them out to the wolves and they learn what they learn out there. And it's crazy, like I said earlier, right? It doesn't matter how much of a good parent you are, all right? The problem isn't you sometimes, all right? The problem is that we have to find a way that our influence is stronger than the influence that's surrounding our kids. I mean, just because you was a badass kid doesn't mean that your child's a badass kid. I've seen so many kids out here and be like, they be fucking wondering why the hell is their child comparing their life to their life. And I'm like, I used to say the same shit. And it's kind of like, oh my God, like, it's like history is repeating itself. You see where I'm coming from? I'm like, damn. I used to ask the same question. I'm like, damn, dude, oh head, like, just because you did that shit don't mean I'm doing that shit. Like, you know how many times I had an old head come up to me and be like, "Oh, just be real, admit it. You know you out here, you thotting around." I'm like, "I'm what?" I'm like, "Oh, just because I'm you does. I mean, just because I'm this like this, and I'm over here hanging with this person doesn't mean that I'm okay." Like I used to hear some old head say the most outrageous shit. Like, listen, there was this one time I'm sitting here, mind you, I'm only like what 13, 14, minding my little business, right? Yeah, my friend got caught having sex and shit like that. That's her fucking problem. That ain't fucking mine. Oh, they gonna sit down and I guess she was catching herself trying to give us advice and shit like that, right? Right. I'm saying like she just broke this shit. This shit went from giving advice to fucking sex ed. I didn't want to know what the fuck this lady was doing. I'm 13 years old. Like, lady, I didn't want to know that back in the day, the men used to, I mean, fuck it. I might as well just say it because that shit just fucking threw me off. And I'm sitting here like, you used to get it up the ass? That was my response. Like, wait a minute, what? Until this day, I say the same shit. What? I hear parents sit here, right, and talk to their kids like these old heads used to talk to us when we was young. You ain't getting no respect from your child talking to your child like that. Like if your child was grown. I used to wonder what the fuck was wrong with some of these grown-ups when they used to sit right there, all right, around kids talking like we was grown. Like, I didn't even learn new shit until you said some shit. I didn't even know that half the shit that was said existed until you said this shit existed. I didn't know that back in the days the doggy style was popular for the women. Like, what the fuck? You see where I'm coming from? That wasn't my business. I wasn't thinking about that at 13, 14. I really wasn't. That's the wild part about it. Now, I'm hearing history will repeat itself. All right. I understand when it's a parent, right, talking to their kids about sex and this and that, but now they're not talking. They're comparing. Oh, if I did it at this age, I know damn well you doing it. I don't even think your child was thinking about that until you mentioned it. But what fucks me up is how this is. I don't know if it's that. I think the answer we answered plenty of times here, right? I think it's social media. You see where I'm coming from? I mean, shit like this has existed, but this public, and then people idolizing it, making, how can I say it? It's now when you look at family, right? I guess according to people, family has to be the way that baddies show be going, right? With the Blueface and the Krishan situation going on. I'm guessing that that's what the definition of what family is to a lot of people because they want it to be, I don't know, like the families in these goddamn shows. But that's not what family is. Not one bit. All right. Sitting here bashing each other on social media for what? Embarrassing each other for what? Airing each other's dirty laundry for what? I'm not understanding that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Blessings, blessings, hot topic for becoming a member. Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate Blessings Hot Topics for becoming today's sponsor. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing support, yo, man. Much love, man. Make sure y'all go check out Blessings Hot Topics too, man. She has great conversations, great topics over there, man. But listen, I just wanted to put this out there, man. Listen, your kids are not your ops. Right? We need to stop putting our kids on these social media platforms like they are our ops. We need to learn how to stop. Yesterday I was speaking a little bit about that because about anger because of these type of situations I'm noticing. All right, I'm noticing a lot of moms come out here and just blast their daughters out. Like I'm sitting here like, what's going on? That's your child, not your enemy. But you're treating your child like she's your ops. This is a conversation. These are conversations that parents need to be having with their kids indoors. If something bothers you, something offends you, if your child is making a mistake, you need to sit with your child, all right, and figure out how to deal with that mistake or how your child can, resolve the problem that they're having. But airing your dirty laundry out like this, that shit. Listen, I'm saying it because, like I said yesterday, right? I was like that at one point. All right, I used to come on social media and go with the back and forth, and I had to learn that shit wasn't cool. So I stopped it. And I thought that I stopped seeing the end of that shit. You see, the MySpace, the Facebook drama. But somehow, some way, that shit's transferred to, Facebook and everywhere else. TikTok ain't no better because they're using TikTok to do the same shit. All right. And I know there's not a lot of people watching because of what I'm talking about. You see where I'm coming from? This is the reason why I do not watch Blueface, Krishan, none of that stuff, Housewives of Atlanta. For 1 second, I almost got drawn into the love and hip hop with the Remy Ma, all right, Trick Daddy and all that. But that was years ago. Then I had my daughter. You see where I'm coming from? And when I had my daughter, that's when my thoughts, my way of thinking started changing. You see where I'm coming from? I wanted to better myself. I didn't want my daughter to look at me the way I look at these people I see on TV. Because half the shit they do, I'll be like, damn, if my grandpa was here today and I was behaving like this, I swear to God, I think my grandpa would have slapped me across the face and there was nothing I could have done back then. Really shit. Like, I'm out here acting like a whole Tatiana and I'm going to think I'm going to get respect from my grandpa? Nah. Knowing damn well how my grandpa is, shit. I better think about it twice. I don't know how many of y'all, have a grandfather that's like that. I'm not saying that my grandfather would hit me just to hit me, but let me act like a fucking hoe out here on these streets. All right? Let a motherfucker call me a bitch or some shit like that. All right? He'll perk walk my ass. And not in front of, not in no cameras. He don't need that shit. But it's a shame, right? It's really, really a shame that a lot of this is going on. Like I know that, growing up a lot, this existed, but damn, it's getting worse. It's like for the clicks and views, motherfuckers is willing to do whatever. They'll sell their auntie, their grandmom, their brother, their sister, all right, just to get a few coins in their pockets. And then they won't cry about it. This is why I laugh. Like, it's crazy. Like, nah, man. If you can't control your anger, you shouldn't be in any type of relationship, family relationship wise, love relationship wise, all right? Any type, friendship relationship wise, you just need to be alone. Especially if you got so many insecurities, you need to be alone. All right? I can't picture myself living a life the way that these, celebrities and actors. I don't want to ever be a celebrity. All right, because it looks like that to be a celebrity, you have to make so many sacrifices, and a lot of them is embarrassing yourself, doing things that you would never ever do. All right, like, but you'll do it on social media though, not giving a fuck shit. If my grandfather, like I said, was here today, he would slap the shit out of me today. All right. I ain't lying. He gonna tell me all that prettiness for nothing. That I'm putting my, my brains to waste. That listen, he'll have a whole sermon for me. I ain't lying. Look, listen, that man right there. I gotta sit here and say I respect him because I didn't understand the messages that he was giving me as I was growing up, but I get it now. And it's crazy that a lot of us don't understand what we're being told until the person that's telling us what it is not here no more. All right. Until we bump our heads a few times. And then, right, what they were saying is on repeat in the back of our fucking heads. And it's like, instead of them telling us, oh shit, I hate to say so, but I told you so. We're in this bitch over here banging our heads in the motherfucking wall like, damn, this motherfucker told me so. I should have just freaking listened. It's too late now. One, you can't even go tell this person that it's, damn, you was right. You can't even do that, all right? Because they're not here no more. So shout out to them real G's, from back in the days. My grandpa was one of them, all right? He wasn't no soft motherfucker either, yo. My grandfather, boy, I'm telling you, yo, hard as a fucking rock. Hard-headed as shit. But one thing I could tell you is that I guess he learned his lessons right through them trenches he walked because he gave the best advice. The best advice. So may he have peace and paradise, yo. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Out of everybody that gave me advice, I understand a lot, and I'm thinking that's why I'm starting to understand a lot of the men today too. I'm not saying every man, all right, because it took for me to understand, all right, the type of man that my grandfather wanted to see me with, right. Until I'm gonna say God put him in my path, all right, even though it was me who left, opened the door and let him in. But I'm gonna say God put this man in my path, and I know what a real man is like. All right. Back then, I didn't know what a real man was like, but now I can honestly sit here and say it's like, God damn. Like sometimes I think about it, and I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm dating my grandfather. That's sick, but not my actual grandfather. I'm dating somebody with the personality of my grandfather. Like I would have never thought that that exists in this time, in this era. You see where I'm coming from? Like that's some weird ass shit. Like to actually notice that there's men that behave and carry themselves the way that a lot of the old men carry themselves back in the days. And I'm not saying that they carry themselves like they're old and shit. Yeah, I better stop watching too many fucking movies because as crazy as it sounds, like yo, before my grandfather passed away, right? Before he hit he got the Alzheimer's and all that shit, Parkinson's and all that, right? That man was strong as shit. Even with that, all right, having the Alzheimer's and the Parkinson's, that man was still strong as shit. Like he wanted to do things on his own. All right. But people still had to be around at the end because he would get lost. Like he would do, things and fall and stuff like that. But other than that, strong as a fucking horse. And I used to wonder, like, damn, like this tall ass old man want to still be carrying heavy ass shit, knowing damn well he can't, but he kept going. He said he was gonna do it until the day he died, and boom, boy, I tell you, he ain't give up. I miss that. I miss that old ass man, man. Like, listen, man, he was the best chef too. I miss his rice puddings and everything. Like, listen, he was the one that taught my mom how to cook. All right, and that recipes, all those recipes have been passed on down. All right, and out of all my siblings, man, I got them jaws. I know each one of them. I'm like, yes. But anyways, right? Let me get on to the next topic. All right. And I want to talk about these police officers in Philadelphia. All right. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have, heard about this, but Philly officers have been charged in youth mentorship program scandal. All right. I don't know what's going on and why they're involved in a youth mentorship program, but we're about to, get into it a little bit, all right? I've only seen one news clip on this. I don't know how many are out there yet, but this came out today, all right? And you know what's crazy is they called it I'm gonna put it like this, all right? And this is to them, all right? Like you named it, all right? Guns down, gloves up, and called it community. You said, all right, you sold it as a safe space for kids and then treated the grant like an ATM. You put mentorship on a flyer and double dipped on the paycheck that wasn't service, that was stuffed in the uniform. Why I'm saying that? Because I feel as though, like, damn, it's fucked up. A lot of these kids already don't have programs out here, especially our young boys. For y'all mofos to come out here, all right, and put these programs, all right, and take money out of these parents' pockets that are trying to help their kids get out these corners, have a better future. But y'all yet out here stealing grants, stealing money, then leaving these kids without programs. Man, no face, no trace. Just another round in the city's long game of take, hide, and repeat. You stole from futures and taught children a lesson you had no right to teach. All right? Adults with power can wear two faces, one for cameras, all right, and one for the ledger. If you were really about the kids, you shown up for them, not for a second paycheck. All right? So before I keep saying what I gotta say, I want y'all to take a look at this. Corruption at its finest. And you know what's crazy? It keeps happening time after time after time after time after time after time. And y'all supposed to protect and serve, right? But why aren't y'all protecting and serving then? Hmm.
Well, developing tonight, 9 current and former Philadelphia police officers are facing some criminal charges, accused of scheming both an anti-violence grant program and the police department. I exclusively spoke with the organization involved, who says they're shocked about the officers' alleged wrongdoing. But let's get right over to Action News reporter Leland Pinder, who's been digging through these charges. He is live at police headquarters. Leland, what is the latest?
Well, Christy, these are veteran police officers we're talking about, on the force anywhere from 10 to 29 years. 9 in total are now facing charges. 5 are active duty, while 4 left the department or retired before these charges were filed. The Guns Down, Gloves Up Youth Boxing Initiative was a program created coming out of the pandemic designed to be a positive and safe outlet for kids. But these officers are now accused of receiving payments from the grant-funded program while also collecting city paychecks, sometimes during scheduled shifts. Commissioner Bethel has suspended those 5 active duty officers for 30 days with the intent to dismiss after the filing of these criminal charges. The police department says photos are not yet available, but the active duty officers facing dismissal are listed on your screen right now. Each faces conspiracy, theft, and receiving stolen property charges. The 4 former officers listed here also face similar offenses. Action News spoke exclusively with the founder of the organization, who says he shot
Come on, you
by
gonna
the
start buffering
allegations.
down, bitch ass.
What's the good and the bad? The good
Come on, with the buffering, really?
was we put a stop to the crookedness with the cops stealing
Come on, I don't even got.
people like my brands and then misusing it and damaging it. You know, and the bad thing is, you know, a lot of people can't tell when you say Guns Down, Gloves Up, it's different platforms.
Commissioner Bethel called the situation deeply troubling, saying in part, all Philadelphia police officers are expected to maintain the highest level of professional and ethical standards. However, I am particularly disappointed by the involvement of a former commanding officer. And police say this was an extensive investigation beginning back in 2023. At that time, those active duty officers were placed on administrative duty while all of this played out. The DA's office now in charge and handling the criminal proceedings involved. Live from outside police headquarters, Leland Pender, Channel 6.
I'm getting annoyed at y'all. Y'all just keep buffering my stream. Like, what's up with y'all, man? Hey, what's up with them? All right. What the fuck is they doing? Oh, I forgot they was moving next door. I'm over here like, yo, I know I'm not watching a fucking horror movie. Like my headphone is halfway off. All I keep hearing is somebody hammering. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute. Yo, I'm over here minding my business. Now I'm hearing all this shit. Like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, what's up? All right. Look, listen. Shit. I need an overpan. I'm about to drop the link in 1 second. Listen. The program funded as an violence, right, initiative, right? It was awarded grant money to run youth boxing and mentorship activities instead of roughly, like, $76,000, my bad, was reportedly funneled to officers and program leaders, while grants initially involved nearly $392,000 in anti-violence funds. All right. The department's internal probe and the district attorney charges name conspiracy, theft by by unlawful taking, theft by deception, and receiving stolen property among the counts. All right. 5 active duty officers face suspension with intent to dismiss in criminal charges. 4 former officers are charged as well, including the program's founder. Whew. Let's give this some poetic justice. All right. You called it gloves up, but you pocketed the gloves. You taught kids to duck, but never how to trust. They walked in for practice and left with a lesson in pockets. Learned how charity smells when the hand is hungry. You taught them how to box, not how to believe. You fed the grant. You fed the grant. hmm, You fed the grant to a hollow appetite, and the bell rang for a round only. The accounts won. I don't know. Anyways, mentorship isn't a resume line, all right? It's responsibility you can't cash out, all right? You can't preach safety while stealing its funds. Hypocrisy, how can I say, ain't a program, it's a crime, all right? Healing is an investment, not a side hustle, all right? The kids saw the checks. Now the adults are seeing the charges. What we need to do, all right? We need to demand public audit, all right, of all grants funded programs and public accounting of where the money went. All right, immediate suspension of pensions and benefits for any officer found guilty of stealing grant funds. All right, emergency funding so programs continue for kids. All right, don't let the corruption punish the kids, the children. All right, independent civilian oversight of grant administration for programs involving public employees. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, criminal prosecution where evidence exists and full restitution to the community. All right, is allowed. Media follow up. All right, make reporting routine, not sensational. I'm gonna put the link down for anybody that wants to come and chop it up, for, with a shorty real quick before I end my live. All right, before I give my final conclusion, which I'm about to do. But I'll stay up for a little longer for anybody that wants to come up and chop it up and give, their perspective and their opinions based on where we're talking about today. All right. And the link is going to be in the community wall for those of y'all wondering. So, Mr. Oates, the link is right there. I opened up the panel for at least another, hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. The link is in the community wall for those of y'all wondering. All right. Blessings to Autism Sector News. How you doing today? So, listen. For these officers out here, right? Y'all built a ring to teach kids how to duck and weave through violence. Instead, some turned into, how can I say? Instead, some turned it into a ledger lesson about who gets paid and who gets left behind. Accountability isn't just a headline, all right? It's the chance to return what was stolen and rebuild trust where you burned it. If you want to wear the badge of mentor, start acting like one. Put the kids first. Open the books, all right? Like, how can I say? And if you took what wasn't yours, give it the fuck back, yo. How you a leader, but you stealing? You taking from those that you're supposed to be leading and helping. Shit. I'm gonna put it like this, all right, for those that like to hear it raw, all right? On the adults who confuse performance with parenting, right? And on the folks in uniforms who turned mentorship into a cash grab, this is a call to shame, all right? The spectacle and the build to repair. So listen, if your parenting playbook begins with "I survived," stop autographing that. Survival on the backs of children. Y'all need to stop surviving off of that. Survival is, how can I say, survival is not a medal you can glue onto someone else's chest. Trauma is not an heirloom you wrap up and hand down at birthdays. When you turn private pain into public content, you teach your kids to trade their privacy for vindication. That's not protecting them. That's, how can I say, weaponizing them. If healing for you starts with a post, you are marketing wounds, not mending them. Close the camera, open the conversation, all right? Do the quiet. Let me put it like this. Do the quiet, boring work where nobody applauds. Real shit. And once again, the link is on the link is in the community wall for Mr. Oates. All right, if he wants to come up. So to the people who put mentorship on a flyer, in a ledger, in a drawer, you taught kids to box with their hands while you box the books for yourself. You called it guns down, gloves up, then used the grant like an ATM. That's theft, all right, in a uniform. Theft of trust, theft of opportunity, all right, theft of futures. If you took from the community, give it back. If you sold them hope, return the receipts. The children did not sign up to learn how adults cheat the system. They signed up to learn how to survive the system with dignity. All right? And it's crazy because, a lot of people teach this messed up behavior. All right? They pass this trauma on down. You braided lullabies with the language of old fights. All right? Stitched yesterday's scars into tonight's seams. You taught them how to duck. You forgot to, how can I say, teach them how to trust. When the bell rings, let what echoes be repair, not to, how can I say, ricochet. Some people need to repeat these words in front of the mirror. All right, I will not trade my kids' privacy for my vindication. Mentorship is a promise, not a paycheck you can, how can I say, cash twice. Accountability is the work you do when no one is watching. All right, stop posting family ruins for clout. Move the fight to a therapy room, not timelines. Move that shit into, how can I say, a private room in your house. Have a conversation with one of the loved ones, whoever the loved one is that you're trying to put out there and embarrass just to cash some coins. All right. Teach children the language of feelings. Don't give them scripts for likes. If you run a program with public funds, open the books. If you took what wasn't yours, return it. But hey, people ain't going to do that. We know it. We know it. But I'm still going to say what I'm going to say because it's called reclaiming. We need to push for audits and civilian oversight so corruption doesn't teach the next generation how to steal. But it's going to happen regardless. Right? That's what we're going to hear. Healing is rewriting the story you never asked to inherit. Right? You could be imperfect and still be, how can I say, the safe place that they need. Bravery is closing the camera and opening the conversation. All right. Parenting is less about control and more about containers. All right. So hold them so they can grow. Hold on one second. Yeah, Mr. Oates, the link is in the community wall.
He in the house.
What's up? What's up? What's happening, Luke? Hey, Miss Lady,
Yes, sir.
do you want salute to you? I give you the ultimate salute for trying to bring this type of information out. Okay? I'm not, this ain't no drunk shit or none of that.
Mr.
No,
Oates, funny as shit. No, it's some real shit. I'm starting to notice a lot of stuff out here. And you know how,
no,
like
this
years
is
ago,
not, this is not you. I see you trying to get it out. Do you see how hard it was for me to get it back out here?
yes, sir.
No, you have to at least, or I'm not gonna say at least, like it's your job. But no, it's the it they gotta be able to come back to the information.
Facts.
They have to become to come back to the information.
That's some real shit. You ain't lying though.
They gotta be able to come back. And if they can't come back to the information, they'll be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
That's some
That's
real
how they're gonna come back. But lucky for me, I was able to no, I'm gonna hit all these buttons. I'm gonna hit all these buttons just to come back to see what Riders was talking about. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta talk about this. Like, I keep trying to tell people, like, they
Yeah,
like, we're never gonna get back to the way it was. Well, that's because we forgot how to reclaim. We think that reclaiming
exactly.
and
Exactly.
screaming, over talking, and bashing, that's not reclaiming. Reclaiming
Right.
is being able to have a conversation with somebody without disrespecting them. And
Right.
out there, what you gotta get out there, being able to, how can I say, overpass the dislike that you have over somebody and getting to know that person, but we can't seem to do that. I know that before it existed. I never said it stopped existing. What I'm saying is that social media has made it worse. Right? Because at one point people was getting their shit together. Because people be like, oh, we never had, how can I say, a good life out here. We never did, but if you look back at it, why do y'all think I keep saying that? In my community, I'm not saying that every community was the same. At least in my community, we didn't have to experience racism or none of that. We didn't say that it never existed. We heard about it, but now we're experiencing it.
Now you experience. Now you seeing it.
Exactly.
Now you seeing it.
There's a
Now
big
you.
difference.
Yeah. Yes, that's a big difference. That's a
Yeah,
big
that's what I'm
difference.
like.
That's a big difference. That's
That's
why I said no. No. Hold on. Because if somebody want to come up and talk and and spit their spiel, or so no, you got no. That's why I didn't want nobody come up to pretty much be able to say what they wanted to say.
And nobody really comes up for these topics. They come up for the drama.
No, they're gonna come up in a minute. Watch. Just watch. Just watch. You don't think they're coming up? They ain't coming up right now because they're still caught up in the whirlwind, as I put it. Yeah, they're not gonna come in right now. No, some of them ain't gonna come up. Watch what I tell you. It's gonna be a whole whirlwind of people that come up and try to get a whole bunch of questions answered,
Listen, man.
and you've been talking about it this whole time.
Shit, we gonna keep talking about it. Like I've never stopped
Exactly.
really about it. I just
That's
find new
why
ways
I
to
fuck
talk
with you.
about it.
That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you. Period.
It's just, like, ever since I started this, it's been about making the changes, differences. Like whether I liked it or not, it took me a minute to realize that politics was involved in every one of my conversations, and I didn't realize that in the beginning until my baby pops pointed that shit out. He's like, "You don't notice that you're trying to make a change." It started
Yeah,
off with the camera, and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Exactly. You don't get it. You don't get it.
like,
Somebody
it,
else does see it. Somebody else does. You don't get it. It's gonna come. Yeah, they're going to come up. They're going to
you
talk
don't.
about it.
Because you
They're
don't
going
see
to
it
talk
until
about it.
you start seeing the change. Like for example, like I told everybody, I was doing this, John. It's been already almost 5 years. Like you see where I'm coming from. Like a lot of people don't realize when I first hopped on Kwame Brown's panel, I was like, being a little hard. He's like, you got to do this. I'm like, no, we don't got to do this because it's not gonna work.
Right.
Until one day, he we was talking, and when he kept hearing me say them, no, it's not that we got into an argument. We never argued. You see where I'm coming from? But
Right.
he didn't want to hear that shit. He didn't want to keep hearing the excuses, and I didn't get it at that moment. And so I had to put myself in front of these politicians, and I was like, oh, it's like this. It's a little different from voting. You got to actually speak up over here, but not ratchet.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
took me a minute to see it. So when I
See.
started, how can I say, interacting with these politicians is when I started making the movements. I started meeting up different people, like parents and stuff like that, having conversations, getting new ideas. Then I was able
Yeah.
to come on live and speak a little more.
Right. Right.
So It was a little different from before because I was like, wait, it's
No,
completely
don't
different
be
coming
mad.
online, spitting your
Don't be
shit.
mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's completely
Don't,
different
don't,
than to going in
yep.
person and actually putting in that work.
Yep. Don't be mad at nothing that you're doing right now. Don't be nothing mad at what you're doing right now.
That's exactly. That's what I'm telling these parents. Like, we keep coming online to do this shit. No, it's not online where we're gonna resolve this shit. It's offline. Like, we need to realize that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, offline. It's going to have to happen offline. And that's why, like I said, that's why I fuck with you, Ryder. It's like, it's not gonna, you can't just keep talking about it offline.
You mean online? Because the more you talk about it online, you're not getting nowhere. You gotta put in that work.
Yeah, you can't keep talking about it online.
Gotta definitely put in that work outside. Put the boots on the ground and talk to
Yeah.
these people that you don't want to talk to.
And those people who aren't even interested in putting it off or online or offline, those are the people who are not actually putting in any kind of work.
Yeah. But listen, throughout all this journey, I've learned that it's not just about the politicians. These organizations have a big part in it too, and people don't even realize that shit. Board members, all that shit. That's what I was like, people don't even peep that.
Yes, they have an obligation.
Then the
But
biggest pressure you got is going to town hall when you got to be in front of all of these mofos. You see where I'm coming from? You can't say
right,
not one cuss word. As soon as you do,
right,
it's curtains. You're not gonna get listened to. And I had to realize that. People don't see that part. That's why I'm like, yo, in the beginning, I was just like y'all. I was ratchet. I was still hood, talking the way I was speaking in these streets.
right,
Now realizing, man, you're not talking to your friends. You're talking to people, you know,
right,
in offices, people in suits and shit like that.
right. Exactly. Now, when you learn to teach them that you know how to speak their language,
It's different.
yeah, it's a whole different set of circumstances. It's a whole different.
I'm like, I
It's a
try to tell people
whole.
I'm never gonna
It's a
change who I
whole.
am, but
No,
I'm
no, it's a whole different set of circumstances. When you
yeah,
start talking their language, oh, it's
it's
just like,
different.
oh, no, he know how to. Oh, he know what we said. He know how to,
Yep.
or she knows. Oh, yeah, they know how to talk what we talking. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got to figure out a way to deflect away from her or him. That's why I told you my background is in sociology and liberal studies. I know what that shit means, bro. I mean, sis, I know what it means. I know exactly what it means. Oh no, he knows how to speak. He knows what we're saying. She
It's
knows what we're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So and that no. So then it becomes like a push and pull to what change the people's minds that are looking at you
that's
or
it.
looking at her. I got it, bro. I got it, sis. I swear I got it. It's like no, there's not enough people. All the shit um that goes on throughout the world. That's why I said I wish I had enough time to actually come up with a what do you call it?
A plan?
No. Yeah, not just a plan, but just to keep people like like in engaged for the moment. I wish I had a plan to come up with a certain story because I would look like all the stuff I've seen on social media. That's like the young. I'm gonna say this to you too, just in case you got enough time to do this. I've given this idea to other people, but I wish that you had enough time to come up with like you remember the um um Young and the Restless?
Oh, that show a little bit because I didn't really watch it, but I
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. Okay. But just think about the Young and the Restless and think about how you can come up with the burn as the world turns.
You make a
Because
point.
think about all the things that's been going on in the world, our world. Think about how many things that have, how much stuff has been going on, and we can like, oh well, wait a minute. While they've been doing this, as long as the young and the restless, not the young and the restless, but
The
the
Restless.
yeah. Now we can call that the burn, not just the young and the restless, the young and the reckless.
Oh,
And
real shit. You ain't lying.
yes, the reckless, just the reckless. Just think about all we could probably go months or years just based upon what we've seen that's been going on on these YouTube streets. Now that's the young. Wait a minute, hold on. I said the young and the restless. So that's yeah. So I just want you to think about it. Just think about it. Now I want you to also think about as the world burns. So as the world is burning, as the world is going under, our
Motherfuckers
world.
humming and strumming. That's what they do. They hum and they strum as the world burns.
Yes, as our world burns, this is all you niggas got to talk about.
Easy. We got Team Easy in the building. Blessings, blessings. Make sure y'all go check him out. My bad, Mr. Oates, for
Uh-uh.
interrupting.
Easy in here too.
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't I didn't check the hold on, let me check the chat.
He down there. He down there. Easy said, "Good morning, mofo's."
Oh yeah, I see him. I see him. Yeah, but I want you to think about that. Think about that. As the world burns. Think about this. Y'all remember? Because I was a kid. I remember watching soap opera.
I remember them Jones. I mean, not all the way, because listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
You might not
Not,
remember. You might not. General
that's why I say it like
Hospital.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, they
Bonnie,
still give General Hospital. Is this General Hospital they still giving? I
they
think so. If
might
I'm not
still got
mistaken.
it. They might still got it. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, oh, wait a minute, hold on a minute. As the world burns, these cats is still up to the same old. Like, what is y'all doing? As the world is burning around us,
We keep repeating the cycle. Well, not we, people keep repeating cycles.
no, you can see, you can say disciple. You can say it's us as a disciple, just recycling everything.
Well, if you've broken the change, you're not repeating it. You're just watching others repeat it. That's the crazy part. That's what I'm saying. We can't keep
Exactly.
saying us because we're not in that cycle. We already seen through the smoke and making the change. Those don't want
Right.
to, there's people out there that don't want to change. You see where I'm coming from? Like the people that come on here, like, we've talked about it before. We've got some stalkers ourselves around here. Like, you see where I'm coming from? They want to be stuck in the
Right.
same phase,
Right.
no
Right.
change.
Right.
Like people not understanding, like everything's a repeated cycle. So it's up to us to, if we want to break them chains or not. The corruption within our communities and politics has been there, but we keep, how can I say the cycle repeat by focusing on just the president and not realizing that we have to focus on local within our cities, our communities. You see where I'm coming from?
Mhm.
That's almost what you're saying. Like, why do y'all think that Philadelphia just had in Philadelphia there was 9 officers being arrested for corruption? Like,
Right.
we know that there's so many programs out here that are being canceled already, right? They got programs, but they got more for our little girls than where's the programs for our boys? Do y'all not notice there's more and more boys in these corners? You see where I'm coming from? Some are robbing, some are getting involved in
Right.
crews, some are getting involved in gangs, all right?
Right.
Some are out
Right.
here,
Right.
how can I say,
Right.
committing little petty thefts just to make ends meet. Some are in the
Mhm.
corners slinging drugs, all
You
right,
exactly,
and
you
taking the
exactly,
drugs.
you're
Y'all not
exactly
noticing
right.
there's a kids? How old do you think is the youngest kid out here fucking taking heroin? I want to hear it.
Probably,
Probably
probably like
like
12,
nah. The
13.
youngest has been younger than that. 8, 9 year
No,
olds have been found fucking doing drugs out here. Come on, man. There's no more programs out here for these boys, and there's more boys than girls. And I'm not bashing the girls. What I'm saying is that we can find something for our little girls. We found a way to bring back Girl Scouts. You see where I'm coming from? It's just the parents don't want to put them in there. So is that the girl's fault or the parents' fault? You tell
no,
me. You
they
do the math.
don't. No, they don't want to put them in there because it's going to expose too much truth.
So like, come on, man. We got some shit out here for our little
least,
girls.
at least in my opinion, that's it's not. It's no. You're not going. No, 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 no. You're gonna. You're not gonna expose as much truth.
That's the real shit. That's what we're
You're
dealing
not
with.
gonna see it. That's my opinion. You know.
Oh, you like it?
No, no. We have to get them to do this and get them to do that. And no, they're
Mm-hmm.
following the lead that's right before them.
For sure. What these little boys got to look up, but nothing more than these damn influencers. They're popping up on Twitch, Twitter,
Yeah. Yeah.
what is it? TikTok, Snapchat, and most of all, Instagram. Because it starts
Yeah.
off on Instagram. Don't
Exactly.
sit here and tell me, oh no, Ray, it starts off with TikTok. No, these fucking influencers and celebrities come off of Instagram and Twitter.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Then you see them on TikTok. All right. After they put their little musics and their little shit out there, that's when you see them go popular on TikTok. I'm not gonna blame just one app because motherfuckers think, oh, China's man, all the apps are doing the same shit. All right, all these apps are fucking sitting here stealing your information. They know your social security. They know your motherfucking bank accounts. They know all that shit. So I don't want to keep
Right.
hearing that shit. They
Right.
all like get the fuck out of here. They all spy. They all fucking look at our information. It's out there. You
Right.
have a Facebook, you have an Instagram. Guess what? Same spyware that the goddamn TikTok uses. Ain't no different. Same technology is being used. I don't want to keep hearing that shit. It's like people, oh, I don't want a camera in my face when they outside. But do you not notice how many fucking cameras that are linked to the fucking police district out here? But
Right.
oh, when the time is convenient for them, the cameras don't work. No, there's no surveillance cameras working in certain places when the crimes are committed because they could sit here and fucking catch a criminal and figure out a cold case in a heartbeat. Don't fucking bullshit me with that shit. All the technology they got, our fucking fingerprints are in hospitals the day we're born. Fingerprints, footprints, blood. Our DNA is already on the motherfucking system, but it takes them years and years before they can catch a criminal. Man, listen. I keep trying to tell motherfuckers I'm an old soul stuck in a fucking modern day body.
Right. I don't know why
Like,
you. No, no. Just keep telling them that same thing. Right. What you just said. Keep telling them the same thing.
facts. Awareness is information organization. Real shit. Shout out to Easy. He
If
ain't
you, if
lying.
you, if you ain't got no this why I fuck with you, right? If you ain't got no organization, if you don't have no information, what the fuck are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? For real.
That's
And
some
I
real
say
shit.
that like just the what's the word? How can I put it? Um if you don't have no, it just I
It balls you up, don't it? Exactly. And you try to
yeah,
find the right words to say, but you ain't gotta be
yeah,
scared here. As long as you're not making a threat. We passed the 2 minutes. All right. Over here, we do cuss sometimes. All right. When we get in our bag. All right. I know that we can't do that when we're on Madam. Like Mr. Oates is like, I don't even know how to put my words out because I don't even know if I can say this the way I want to say it. Feel free as long as you're not threatening anybody that's in politics, or anything like that. We good.
it's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. I don't even know if I can even say this. I don't want to get nobody's channel flagged or none of that.
No, over here we talk. We just, find the proper words. As long as we don't make threats, that's it. We talk. We
No,
speak our mind.
no, we ain't making no threats.
That's why I said,
And
go ahead, Mr. O. Don't try to find the words. Just get it out.
no, we ain't trying to. It's just like, no, bro. This what it is. That's how I look at it. That's how. Oh, excuse me. That's how I talk to young people. It's like, bruh, like you ain't. Come on, you can't see this right in front of your eyes.
The fact.
You haven't seen it like in front of your eyes. I don't
They
care.
see it. They don't care, Mr. O. Some people don't care.
Yeah, some of them don't care. Some of them, you exactly right. Some of them don't care.
Some people don't care.
So what is your? Come on, bruh. Are you serious?
What the fuck is wrong with my phone? YouTube been acting crazy. What the fuck? It's
No.
saying my views are going up and down. My likes are going up and what the hell is going on with my YouTube? What the hell?
I know they are because you talking too much real shit.
That shit going up and down. That shit, my phone just went
Yeah.
crazy. What the hell is glitching?
You talking too much. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
All right,
All
well,
right.
Mr. Oates does that, right? I'm
You too. You. Hold on. Let me turn this up here. Yeah, you too. I think that's this wine. I think this wine that just gonna wind me down.
and that holy water.
No, just the wine. Cause I had uh yeah, it's just just I'm just chilling me all the way out. And it's just like y'all don't see what's going on right now. And I know a lot of people don't see it. Y'all don't see what's going on. Period. Point blank. Y'all don't see it. But there's people who are younger and older than that you do see it. But y'all don't want to recognize it. Y'all just want to keep going on with the bullshit. And I ain't even talking about the liquor right now. I'm just talking about in general. Y'all don't want to see it.
Some people prefer to be blind to the facts. For real, for real. Like, I don't know. I think some people don't realize that these shows that they be watching, even here on YouTube, just because it's not on cable or, how can I say a popular app? Like, wait, I do got my mic back on. Just because it's not like on a popular app like HBO or Showtime or, how can I say, what is that other show that they be having? I be forgetting what they're called, right? But just because they're not on there doesn't mean that these motherfuckers ain't nothing but little celebrities, all right? Like this, what is it? Blueface, and Krishan shit going on. You see where I'm coming from? It's all scripted with the
Right.
real life in between. All right. That's why I said the last time that I spoke on the chick, I told y'all, listen, me personally as a woman, as a mother, all right, I would never, ever, ever, how can I say, I thought the word was live. Wait a minute. I would never sit here and use my children as clout. That's why I said the last time I was like, look, listen, I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on the chick, but I'm not gonna speak on her, especially when I don't watch the show. You see where I'm coming from? I don't like watching shows like the
Right.
last time I watched a show like that, like I told everybody, was Love and Hip Hop, and I thought it was House of Wife of Atlanta. I was mixing it up, all right, and I think it is Love and Hip Hop. Let me not mix it up. Where Remy Ma and Trick Daddy was on. I think that was
Right.
Love. Pop, if I'm not mistaken.
I got you. I got you.
What up, though? Word.
What up, though? Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir. I was watching you. I thought you was gonna still be live because you had opened the panel. I'm like, people, come on. I'm like, he's gonna be on for a minute. I'll be back.
Now, you know how sometimes people come up and rock, sometimes they don't. But
Oh,
I ain't have a long time. I seen you was live. I was like, let me come over and holler at sis for a minute. I don't know what y'all talking about, but you know, I can get in where I fit in.
I was mostly talking about how can I say the behavior that's going on now? How parents nowadays project their history onto their kids. You see where I'm coming from? Saying that, because they did it, their child did it. And I'm saying here that's not in every situation. Yeah, in certain situations, but not in every. And I was also talking about the 9 officers that got arrested in Philadelphia for stealing the government funds that they were given to the kids programs.
Damn.
Yeah, that I think it was the program called Gloves Up. No, what was it? Guns Down, Gloves Up. So yeah, we was talking a little bit about that.
I mean, as far as the behavior, you know, they call it generational curses. It's just learned behavior, man. People fall into cycles when they don't learn better. When they don't learn to do better, then they pass it down to their kids. And because they go through a prolonged condition of it, they become desensitized and conditioned to those same habitual habits. So that's why they feel it's okay.
Thanks. I like your
Mr.
topic
Oaks,
though.
what to do with the businesses, man? I don't think I ever met you before, but I seen you on a couple times. I be in the Raptors chilling, watching a lot of different things, but it's nice to meet you.
I be telling Mr. Ocho, he be funny as shit, yo. But yeah, I liked your topic, yo. That's why I was like, I'll be back for his topic. I forgot what it was, but I know it involved about men and women, some shit about men and
Yeah,
women.
man. That red pill thing is just getting annoying. Like I grew up around old school cats, so I ain't none of my OGs ever compared themselves to women. Talking about, you know, because of this, because of that. Like we don't compare ourselves to women, man. That's apples and oranges, bro. They
Yo,
both do
that's
different things. You know what I'm saying? They got
that's
different
another thing.
vitamins essential to it, bro. That's just
Real
how it
shit.
is, man. I ain't about to sit and compare myself to no woman because ain't no woman compared it. You know, there's no comparison. You know, they do stuff I don't do. I do stuff they don't do, and that's just what it is. Appreciate them for what they do, and they appreciate me for what I do, and keep it moving.
That's a fact. And you got women doing the same thing though. Like that's why I said I liked your topic, but I didn't know if you was, going about it
And
that way or the other way, the rainbowish way. So I was a little
I mean,
lost.
it's
So I
both
didn't wanna
ways, man. It's both ways, man. 'Cause like even that feminist shit, bro. I be like, I like in real life. I know some feminist women. They don't come on me with that bullshit. I don't know if it's just my aura. Like, I don't want to come here. Don't complain to me about none of that bullshit. You talking about you can do this and you can do that. Well, go do it then and have fun doing it. Don't about your business. You know, I don't play that. Like, so I don't play with neither none of that. That men want to be like women. And women want to be like, man, y'all go do y'all thing over there, bro. Y'all do it over there.
that
I
should
don't
be
care, bro.
confusing the kids.
Yeah, but that my kids ain't gonna be around that shit. I'm straight. I'm not making that shit normal in my household. Like, who was that one person? They was like, "Oh, you homophobic." I'm like, "Do you know what that word consists of? Phobia? That's a fear. I ain't scared of gay people. I just don't fuck with them. Just like I don't fuck with the Ku Klux Klan. I ain't about to go fuck with them. Or they do what they do over there. That's fine. Don't bring that shit over here. I'm gonna tighten your ass up and send you about your way. That's all you gotta do.
Hmm.
It's not even a discussion to me. I ain't about to be discussing none of that weird shit. People been weird since the dawn of time, man. I
That's what
don't
Mr.
focus
O's
on
was
weird.
just saying.
Yeah.
Mr. O's. Where you go, Mr. Oats? Word was trying to talk to you a minute ago, but you went silent on us.
No, I was letting him talk. I'm right
Oh,
here. I'm right here. And like I said, it's not about. It's like, okay, where do you wish to stand?
You
Where
said
you
where?
where do you wish to stand in this? If we looking at it from a standpoint of um um where you stand, or where you stand. Wait a minute. Where you stand? Hold on. Let me look back at the chat. No, I still don't think it's just like, oh no, nigga, no. Regardless, see, this is a powerful. Can I say powerful?
Yeah,
A
you just said
powerful, a powerful um um look upon with your speech. Now, do you want to have a discussion on this, sir?
Oh
that's
yeah,
word. His name is the word. Oh, my
yeah,
bad.
we can rock out. Yeah, I'm down
Okay,
for it.
okay. The word. Do you part a powerful? Do you want to have a speech? Do you want to have a back and forth?
No,
We
he has
can
conversations.
yeah, yeah, I had conversation. I do everything, bro. Anything with words involved, I can do.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Say it again.
I said we can have a conversation, we can have a discussion, we can engage in dialogue, we can go back and forth. I'm cool with everything, bro. We good.
Okay. Okay. So what is there something about you think that I said was wrong?
Nah,
Oh no, no,
honestly,
no.
nah. Honestly, I just popped in. I don't. Rachel just gave me the lowdown, so I didn't technically hear anything you really said. I was just speaking on the topic, that she presented. That was it. I didn't
Okay,
really hear the
I ain't
discussion
got no
prior.
problem. I ain't got no problem with you speaking on the dialogue or
Right.
none of that. But if you wanted to go back and forth and you seen that something I was saying that was wrong, yeah, nigga, we can talk about it.
No, he said it was a pleasure meeting you. He
Yeah,
said,
I mean,
Okay, okay.
no, man, I'm cool, bro. I'm laid back, man. I don't be doing all that. I don't
Mr.
do
Yeah.
all that. I'm a
Mr.
respectful cat,
Oates,
very
Mr.
humble,
Oates listened to
respectful
the word to answer, and he took that wine today. He took
cat.
that holy water. He chilling. I
No,
love
it's
Mr.
cool,
Oates
bro. I
though.
know, I know what it is. No, I listened to bro before. I heard him on a couple different panels. Dude, cool. I mean, I ain't got no. I wouldn't have. You know me. I fall
Yeah, I
back
know.
most of the time. If I don't
Man,
fuck with somebody, I ain't gonna fuck with 'em.
let me
But
block this
dude, cool. That's
mofo.
why I said I came up and introduced myself. Hopefully, have more engagements. That's why I'm trying to introduce myself to new people or whatever. So now everything good, fam.
I think Mr. Oates and you will have a great conversation on y'all panel, yo, because
Yeah.
y'all be talking similar. Mr. Oates be talking a lot about that uh, the behavior, cognitive behavior, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this cat 0X in the chat. He come projected. That make you feel better about yourself, bro.
No, ain't no problems, bro. Ain't no.
Yeah. Oh no, I was looking in the chat. Somebody spelled out the N word. You know.
No, that's what they're
Well,
gonna do in the film.
yeah, they
Some
gonna do what they
some
do.
people told me. Some people told me that's what I need to stop doing. Stop paying attention to the chat.
Oh, it don't bother me. It just get. You know what it do, bro? Honestly, it give me the opportunity to kind of
Like,
flex my skills, though. So I get to read people. That's it. So I have fun with them. It don't bother me at all. I ain't shaking or stirred by the chat. It don't shake me. It don't stir me. If anything, I'm gonna have fun with them. They ain't ran into somebody like me. I'm a real one, bro. I
those are
live
nothing
in
more than
real
just
life.
keyboard warriors on some real shit.
Yeah, man. It don't do nothing but give me an opportunity to read people.
See, I leave those to like when words on my panel. I leave those people there because they like indulging with them. I don't. I block motherfuckers fast. I ain't got time to babysit no one ego.
Mhm. That's all. They
Real
just
shit.
want a little attention. That's all they want. They ain't get nobody at home. And they
No,
mama
because sometimes
basement.
they say the worst shit and can't take back what you say. That's why I'm like, no, they got
Yeah,
this. I got this.
yeah, they projecting their own insecurities though, bro. They
Well, did
project
you see?
their
That's
own
how I got a
insecurities.
stalker back. I got a stalker to this day because she couldn't take what I had to say back. I'm like, damn.
That's just
So,
what it is, though. People opinions. That's just I don't put no emotions or nothing behind no people words, bro. People thought half of these people delusional as hell anyway. So I'm a careful.
hmm
It ain't like you got to get a psyche valve before you come on YouTube. So half of these people crazy as hell. Yeah, but that's crazy about the 9 officers stealing from the program. But that ain't nothing new, unfortunately.
nope.
Especially in the inner city, that ain't
That's
nothing new, bro.
that's what I was saying. I said the only difference is that social media is just making this shit work. How can I say? It's exposing it more. I don't. Can I say worse? I mean, is that allowed right now to say? Like, is it worse or is it just exposing it?
It becomes worse because it's been exposed. When you don't know about it, then it is what it is. But when it's known, so if you can say, I will use the term worse because it's now being known. You know, we ain't we only assumed before. We only had assumptions like we
Yeah.
feel like they doing this or we think they doing this, but now we know they doing this shit. You know
But
what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
even fix the problem. It was
Mm,
funny is that they indulge it. They how can I say it? It's like this dumb shit that people be doing. It becomes heroism for some reason. I don't know if I'm saying the right words right
It
now.
be,
I
you
got so
said it
many words
become
in my
what?
head. Heroism, like all this demonic, devilish shit that's being done, gets
Heroism.
promoted over. It gets promoted over the good shit. Like we could sit here and have the best of conversations on building, the next generation. But let it be something corrupt. Let it be something to teach you how to steal or some shit. That right there gets promoted, put as a priority. Yeah, this is what needs to be done. I'm gonna put it like this: all that shit gets put as good, right? And then what we do gets put as bad.
But that gives you understanding where we are as a society of what is emotionally triggering people. More people are emotionally triggered from negative because that's in the space they in. Most people live in negativity, so they're more triggered emotionally by negative things. So whatever you trigger, you have a more reactive. You react versus response. So that's where your attention go. It gives you an opportunity to let all that anger and shit out of you. People get mad and then they say shit and do shit. But if people in a good space, they don't even want to see that negative stuff. They want to see the positive because that's what emotionally triggered them is the positive thing. Seeing somebody rescue a cat from the damn tree, that shit make me feel good, bro. Like watching the firefighter climb up the ladder. I'll watch that. I'll watch little videos of people laughing and doing funny things before I watch the drama. You know. That's what I'm more stimulated from, the positive thing. So
Oh,
that just shows the current condition of society where we at.
Mr. Oates got taken by Morpheus. The holy
Damn.
waters in him right now. He be having some good
Oh,
conversations, but he got that wine in him tonight.
yeah, I mean that's understandable, bro. Shit, I've been there.
I
Yeah.
listen. I love listening to Mr. Oates. Wine in him or not, it's just when he got the
Yeah,
wine
that's
in
why I
him, he don't
say
know what he be doing. The
I
phone be
listen to
getting to
bro.
him.
I listen to bro. He be spitting. I
Yes,
listen
he
to.
does.
Yeah,
But
he
as
be
you can
spitting.
see, he turns into a dragon. He don't know which was the unmute, the mute, the the log off. I think he hit the log off by accident. But yeah, he'll be in the
Bro
chat
just
though.
living. Yeah, bro just living his life. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep, you
I'm
gotta
laid
love
back and
Mr.
cool.
Oates.
I'm laid back and cool. So I don't none of this. It is what it is.
Hmm
But nah, yeah, that I was having that conversation. Just speaking from general points, like I'm just tired of seeing that shit, bro. But
You
that's
ain't
my
lying.
fault too, because I mean that shit on my timeline. I'm like, bro, this shit sound weak. I don't know, it just sound weak. So I offered my opinion about it. Hopefully, people listen to it and get something from it.
That's a fact. And listen, man, I was supposed to get with you, but you like I said, every time you go live, I be tired of shit, or I be on a live. But I was speaking to the board members here in Philadelphia because I was trying to see how I deal with the community center, how I get all this started and stuff like that. And basically, what she was saying is I gotta build my own little board, right? And everything basically comes off our pockets in the beginning, but I have to get members to understand that. So I was like, man, I know who's gonna be the first person I talk to, because he'll understand. Like basically, everything is something that's gonna be done when we're not working or dealing with our families. It's kind of like how can I say it? Like a community work, right? She
Yeah.
broke it down kind of. I was like, man,
You
I'm gonna
trying
talk to him
to
because he got
you trying to form a nonprofit?
yep with
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know
You just need a
I,
board.
all I need is
It's
5 members. She said.
yeah.
So
It's
I was
easy.
like,
It's not hard.
all of us is gonna be the leaders of the board. So I was like, man, that's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
You
I
just
just
have a
gotta
board.
talk to the right people. Then
It's not hard. I
I
do it.
mentioned,
I every month. I do it with my family. I mean, I
yeah,
got
I
a
had
you know
mentioned
my
what you was doing. That's why I was like, man, I know who the first person. I was like, does it have to be, somebody physically here in Philadelphia? And no.
you do that shit
So
over
I was like, I
Zoom.
know
Oh, over the
exactly how to
phone.
do this shit. Yep. I was like,
Yeah.
boom. Let me talk to Word. See if he want to become, one of the members. See how we start building this joint up. See how we
I'll
link up
definitely
off
help you out. Yeah. I mean,
social
I
media,
mean,
because I feel as though the program you got could be bigger than what the Big Brother program was. Because that shit is
and that's
only,
what. And I'm
my bad.
working with some people. No, that you good. I'm working with some people right now, and they helping me tweak some stuff. I've been down and out the last couple of weeks, so I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Mhm.
I'm getting my health together. I done lost 20 pounds. I'm happy as a motherfucker. So
You lost
I'm
that
getting
shit. I
myself,
gained that shit.
man. I dropped 20, man. I'm trying to get back. I'm 245 right now. I'm trying to get back down to 225, and
Dude,
I'll be
you
healthy.
see my cheeks? You don't see how filled up these cheeks look? My cheekbones look fat.
Man, you better, man. I've been doing this Tai Chi workout, bro. You better get up on it. It ain't too much movement 'cause my
I
joints.
am.
I gotta
I just
build my muscles back up, man.
listen. I was starting to work out, right? Because I started working and all that stuff, right? But just a few days ago, right? I got bit trying to break up a fight. So my
Oh
ass cheek
damn.
is swollen. This
Oh
motherfucking
damn.
dog was trying to get at the aggressor, but we wouldn't let him get at the aggressor. So it tried to push, it didn't want to bite us because it knows us. But the motherfucker bit my ass cheek and the other two people that was there trying to break up the fight. Like either you let me get to this aggressor, get out the way one way or another. Like I can't use my paws because they're not hands. So I'm gonna use my teeth. I'm like, fuck. When he
Mm,
grabbed me, I fucking
mm,
he grabbed my ass cheek with it because my clothes was tight. I'm like, this motherfucker.
mm. Oh damn.
So,
You went through it.
I can't, I gotta keep sitting on my left cheek, I mean, on my right cheek, because my left cheek swelled up. I'm like, damn, not even my fiance left a print on me like that. You gonna leave my butt cheek mark like that? That's gonna be
Damn.
a scar for life.
Is that a tattoo? Nah, I got bit.
By a motherfucking dog.
But
I gotta
yeah,
laugh.
we'll definitely get up. But let me get my butt off here. I got to get my son up tomorrow for
But yeah.
school. Yeah,
But think about
definitely.
it. You got me on Instagram. You gotta open up that one eye that doesn't see much, right? Or somebody look at my name on your Instagram. Cause we
Yeah, I
friends on
think.
that, John.
Yeah. We'll start. I start a chat. Or you can start chatting. Don't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
Cause
But
we
I
gotta
definitely
link
get
off
with you.
YouTube to get this done.
Yeah, I definitely get with you. I
All
definitely
right.
get with you. But yeah, I'm gonna check you out, sis. I appreciate you letting me up. Shout out to Mr. Oaks too, man. When you talk to him later, just tell him, I'm a cool cat, bro.
I
We'll have
will
some good
definitely.
conversations, man. Tell him you can come through.
Definitely. I was listen. I thought you were still live. I was like, man, I'll pop up on his after I get off of mine's. 'Cause I just really wanted to speak on the 9 officers and on the parenting, John. Because like I feel as though like as parents we should not be deflecting on our kids because they are not us. We should not
Right.
expect them to get things done the way we do it. So I wanted to just put that out there. But I appreciate you popping up. It's been a minute since we chopped it up, though.
I
For real,
know
for
that's
real.
what I said. That's why I seen you live. I'm like, let me pop up here. 'Cause I was just about to get ready to lay down. And I'm like, let me run up here real quick and holler at them. But
I'm about
I
to do the same
appreciate you,
shit.
sir.
Same here, yo. Thank you. Muchas
Y'all have a
gracias.
good one, chat. Y'all have a good one, Mike.
Shout out to the word guys, man. Make sure y'all go check out my big bro. All right, he has great conversations. He gets into the philosophy. All right, if y'all into philosophy, into the spiritual world, man, that's the word for you. Listen, that's how we made this great poem together. All right, if it wasn't for the word, I wouldn't have thought of the words. All right, to make this poem.
Religiously, understand the seven principles of hell. You'll understand the seven demons within you. You'll understand that whole concept. It's a whole metaphysical concept. We ain't go over that, but we ain't. But anyway, so that energy away.
Get you a word. And that's some real shit, man. You giving that energy away, yo. And listen, like Tay E says, man, go get you the word. Make sure you go check out the word, all right, on his channel. He's got two channels actually. That one and I think the Nines View, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since he's been on that one. But make sure y'all go check him out. Y'all won't be disappointed. And like I said, he's got his own mentorship program. All right. And he's doing it because he cares. Um, that's one of the reasons why I want him to join. All right. Like if I'm going to build this board, I want to build it out of leaders that want to really make a change. All right. That really want to make a difference in these kids' lives. I don't just want to help my kids out. All right. I want to help out these kids that walk these trenches with my kids too. So if you're a parent out here that think that your child walks alone on these trenches, you're wrong. All right. The majority of these kids walk in groups. Yes, we got some loners out here. All right. But it's a few. And remember that when one bad apple is in the group, the whole group is looked at as one whole bad apple, whether you like it or not. So what we're really trying to do is get more programs out here to help our young boys, all right? Especially, our young boys that are being raised by single mothers out here. And it's not that the single mother cannot do the job on her own, all right? Once again, like I said earlier, you could be the best parent out here. You see where I'm coming from? But if that influence around you, within your community, within your family, is stronger than the influence that you're giving your child, there's nothing wrong with you taking some help. All right. And there are a lot of mentorship programs out here that are willing to help. All right. Because they care. All right. They care from the bottom of their heart. They want to give something. All right. To help out because they figured a way on how to do it. There's people out here that just want to grab money, want to collect money and say, "Oh, I want to help you," but they're not really helping. You see where I'm coming from? And those are the type of people that people go too fast for some reason. All right. So, like I said, make sure y'all go check him out. All right. Word's been talking about his program for a minute. And like I said, I'm going to keep bringing awareness towards his program because I feel as though it's a good program. I feel as though that his program should get funded. All right. He's been doing this out here from the kindness of his heart already. All right. So, it is, listen, why not help him get up there? All right. So, as much as I can to put the word out there to get his program out, why not? All right, we got some trolls. So let me continue to listen over here. Let me pay attention over here. All right, my bad. Let me not pay attention to the chat unless we got somebody, you know, that's here talking on topic or wants to talk to, wants to ask a question that has to do with the topic. All right. So I want to end this, live today by saying to the adults who perform, all right, stop making your mess into, your kids' mark. All right. Your problems are your problems, not your kids. So to the officers who cash trust, return the pay, restore the programs, and let the kids keep the lesson you stole. All right. To every parent who wants to do better, be small enough to admit you're wrong and brave enough to do the work anyway. Real strength is invisible. All right. It is humility, repair, and consistency. All right. Speak the name of the harm. Make the repair out loud and promise to act differently. All right. Then do it. Legacy isn't a post. It's what you leave standing when the cameras go dark. Be the parent, the mentor. All right. The neighbor who chooses repair over revenge, restoration over reputation. Right. The kids deserve nothing less. It is too many families out here trying, all right, to make something big, all right, to become famous using their kids' image. And what's crazy is that a lot of these kids, just like these celebrities that, how can I say, became famous as kids and grew up, they don't see a penny out of it. All right. And there's been proven time after time. Where's that? I forgot what the name of that show was with that little boy, right? That he used to, try out the toys that were gonna come out in stores and stuff like Ryan's World, I think is what it's called. All right. Like I think that shit just hit the news not so long ago, if I'm not mistaken. It's been over a year, 2 years they've been talking about it. So yeah, like recently, they was talking about Ryan's World again. That's why I'm bringing it up, right? How the parents were using the kids for clout, right? The little young boy became a teenager, didn't really see money out that shit. But I could just keep going, all right? And what's crazy is, right, we see that here on social media and out here on these streets, right? We see how the parents, right, neglect and abuse their kids. And we're not talking about all parents, all right? We're talking about, we're talking in general. And if what we are saying on this channel, on this platform, offends you, hey, feel free to exit left. Because we're not here to babysit no one's ego once again. All right? Like, it is time to start making changes and differences. And yes, I'm going to keep talking about this on my channel, all right? Because at the end of the day, this is what you call reclaiming. The more you talk about it. And I'm going to find ways to talk about it. I might stop talking about what I just said today for a little while and bring it back in a whole nother way, shape, and form next time, all right? I might add some polls and questions, all right, to ask people and get people interacted to get, a whole conversation out of this. But there's different ways to do this, different ways to bring awareness, different ways to reach the youth, all right? And there's different ways to make a change and a difference. But, in 2025, we got more excuses than, a cheater does. Real shit. So with that being said, y'all, till next time, this y'all Shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day and continue to have a blessed and humble morning. And we out.
Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. System got us boxed in, trying to keep us small. But we rise like the phoenix, we ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, taking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. Fist in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In the world of division, they showed us how to share. But the weight of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the pain remained untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. He lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's drowned. Defying norms.
Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate the support. Mama Mercedes Woods, I appreciate the support. Thank
Breaking
you.
through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world, it's us versus the system, and united with all. Riders show how we unite.
Yo, make sure y'all throw all the toxicity out the window. All right, grab all the toxic people, all the toxicity in your life. All right. Throw it out the window. Kobe that shit into a trash can and forget about it like yesterday's newspaper. That's what the fuck it is, alright? Nothing but irrelevant. If they toxic, get rid of them. I don't get tired of telling people that